Today we're going to bench test a Bosch style round 5-pin relay. We also have one that we took the cover off so we can see inside exactly how it works, and we will give you a complete demonstration. Here we will be testing an automotive 5-pin relay. A 5-pin relay has certain uses, but in most cases 4-pin relays are preferred, although you can use a 5-pin relay like a 4-pin if needed. Vice versa though, you cannot use a 4-pin relay in place of a 5-pin. This demonstration is simplified to demonstrate how a relay works. 12 volts can come from many components, but for now we're going to focus on the relay. Some examples of using a 5-pin relay may be daytime running lights where they're always on, as shown at the top example at pin 87A, and then when the switch is activated for the headlights in the bottom example at pin 87. The purpose of a relay is generally to handle higher currents. For example, pin 30 will be a thicker cable and handle more amperage. Without relays, your switches, for example a headlight switch, would have to be very heavy duty and considerably larger, and many years ago they were before the use of relays. They will activate items like headlamps, electric cooling fans, electric fuel pumps, and so on. They can also be used for simply switching a circuit like a seatbelt warning light or a buzzer. Pin 86 will receive your typical 12 volts low amperage source for a signal to activate the relay. So in the top animation you'll see there's a 12 volt source and there's always voltage going to pin 30, which in turn is connected to pin 87A, which goes to the component that's always on. In the bottom animation, once the switch is activated, the 12 volts that are going to pin 30 are switched by a coil to 87, which in turn activates a different component. Okay, we are going to test this headlight relay with a 2-filament light bulb. And what we're going to use is this inexpensive power supply. I think it's about 50 bucks. And I've got it set at just about 12 volts and 2 amps of power. So what we'll do first is we've got this ground for the bulb. We will hook that to, actually let me point these out real quick. This is the relay. The 30 is the high amperage connection. The 86 is the low amperage positive connection. The 87 is the output to one of the filaments. The 87A is the output to the other filament. And the 85 is the ground for everything. So let's go ahead and hook it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this ground to 85. I'm going to hook up this one filament to 87. I'll hook up this other filament to 87A. Let's make sure they're not touching. We'll hook up this the ground to the power supply. We'll need that for everything to operate. When I apply power to 30, one of the filaments should come on. And that would be the low or high beam, depending on how you had it wired up. Now, when I apply power to the 86, the low amperage connection, it should switch it using the relay, which it did. And that's how you test a relay to make sure it works. So I got some relays with this last car I bought. They were in a box, and this one just dropped and kind of fell apart, as you can see here. And so I thought it'd be fun to just kind of test it. There's a 30 pin, 86, 87, 87A, and an 85. And we can hook it up to the power supply and just see how they actually work. Okay, so I've got the ground to the power supply holding this pin, which is going to be my common. And what I'm going to do is put this on here and then use this one to show which contact is live. So if we put it here, we should get a reading. So when I apply power to the coil in the relay, it should switch it to the other post. If you watch these little contacts, they move. It's resting on the top one and then it moves down to the other one with the magnetic field. Okay, so the next video will show us checking a relay with an ohm meter. Okay, so I'm going to test another one. What I'll do is I'll use the common on the multimeter and I will put it on the 30. And I'll take the negative on the power supply, put it on the 86, and when I activate the coil or the relay, we should get a reading. So let me put this on, and I should get a reading. Okay, now if I put it over here on 87A, we should get a reading without applying any power. So this relay is good. And that'll do it for this video. Basically low beam, high beam. Gosh darn it, you are just terrible. You are terrible. Terrible!